Hey up guys, Destiny Gameful here, and this is Chemical Plant. And in this video I'm just doing like a sort of special video this episode, because this is my third best KD. It was my second, but then the other day I got a 65 to I think it was 15, and that was just like my best KD ever. So it went from being my second to my third, and the one that was at first went to second, and that's basically why this is now my third. But what I want to talk about in this video is like a little special video on how to like really be good at Quantum of Solace, and maybe some other shooter games too. This is Quantum of Solace, of course, and basically my first tip out of my tips and tricks is that for each map you need a different gun, because basically what we have at the moment is I'm using the SAF 45 because it's got a really powerful shot, and it is like it's just obliterating. Basically it is a really good gun to use, and I'm using it on this map. But basically I've been using the SAF 45 and the Huntington A3 lately because I've suddenly become good with them. So basically my first tip is to get a gun that you are good with, because I know some people have seen other people with guns and they're just like owning everyone, and you're like, oh, it must be because of the gun. And it's also because of a bit of the strategy that you use. So basically the first tip is that you need a good map, a good gun for a certain map, and you need to be good with that gun, because there's no point, I'm rubbish with a Huntington A4, there's no point me having a Huntington A4 on a map because I'm rubbish with it. You have to have a good gun that you can know how to use, you're quite good at using it, so that you can use it, basically, because if you don't have a good gun, you don't have a good game. No good gun, no good game. The second tip is strategy. Basically, it's all about the strategy. What you do is, I never camp. That is my simple solution. Never camp. If you look at me on this, I'm always running around, and if I want to like camp in an area, I'll chuck down like a C4, and if someone comes into it, then boom, they're dead. But I will use a C4 more than I use something else, because more than I camp, because camping is just pointless if nobody comes to the area you are. I suppose you could camp if you knew where you were like camping, and you knew loads of people went through there and you won't be shot. But basically, you don't camp is my tip, because it just wastes your time of the game. If you see me here, I'm running around. Wherever I see their people, I will run after them. I never like leave a person. I will always run after one if I see them. So like that dude there, I will just carry on going at him, but he killed me, so I won't be able to carry on going after him. So if you get killed, like I do a couple of occasions on this game, don't worry, don't think of it as bad, just think of it that they were a little bit better at the moment, and just think that how you can improve. That's the third tip. Look at what you do wrong. Say you die loads and loads of times, which is one of the problems I still have. You don't die loads and loads of times, and you really want to cut down on dying. Get rubbish kills. Get like 5 kills, but no deaths. That's basically the strategy you have to use. You have to like have no deaths, and eventually you'll be able to like get amazing kills, whilst also not dying many times, which is something I need to fix. So I will be doing that. Fourth tip is that you need to have good perks for what you are using. Like at the moment I'm using the SAF 45, which is like a powerful gun. So what I have as the perks on it at the moment is I have changed it since this video. On this video I don't have a silencer, and I figured out that I wasn't using silencers because I thought that they reduced the amount of power in the shot, but they don't. So I've suddenly started using them on every single gun I own. But basically, you want to try every single gun when you first get a game. Try every single gun you can, and go for the ones that you're actually good with, because there's no point going for ones you are like you can't work with. Like, I can't work with the Huntington A4. It fires too fast for me, but I can work with the Huntington A3 because it's much easier to use. It doesn't fire as many shots, but the shots it does fire are more powerful, which basically just means that it's better for me. The SAF, I use that as well because that has got powerful shots, and basically I'm not exactly the most accurate person at shooting. Look how many shots it takes me here. So one of the perks I have on like every single gun is extra bullets, because I always run out of bullets. That might be because I'm lasting ages and ages and ages, but I don't think it is. I think it's because I'm like wasting bullets on people like there. I like shoot 50 bullets to just kill 2 people, whereas all I really have to do is just shoot 10 and they'll be dead. But I shoot 50 because I just like going on a rampage, but I suppose that's how I get a load of kills. But I like, because I'm a Rambo person, I like charge into every area and I just get killed straight away. Look, I charge in here, but if I like see people like I did there, I will hide behind corners because that will like assist me. And a good thing about a game is if you're looking for a good shooter that you want to get a shooter where you can hide behind walls like this, because it just means you can like hide behind a wall, and I just chuck a C4 down there, and then as soon as one person moves, it blows the entire lot up. So basically whoever moves sets the entire thing off, and then everyone dies. And things like that, where I like charge in, try to shoot someone loads, absolutely fail and die, is one of the reasons that one of the things that I need to fix. But strategy is mainly the biggest part, I think. But selecting a gun for the map you are playing on is also a very important strategy tip thing. And Ramboing in isn't exactly the best, but because on some games they all like spawn roughly in the same area, it's perfectly alright for me to Rambo in there, because I'll get like 4 kills to 1 death, which will really assist me. But just kills like that, where you like charge in, shoot someone. Most of the time I'm hip firing, because I'm just shocking at firing any other kind. I'm rubbish at sniping. I cannot do anything apart from hip fire. Sometimes I like zoom in on the little scoopy thing, like there, when they're too far away for me to like hip fire. But most of the time I just hip fire them and they're dead. So that's basically all the tips I have for you. Make sure that you select a good gun for the map, and make sure you have good strategy. Never camp, and make sure the perks fit the equipment that you're using for a game, and make sure you know everything about the